it's Annette Bau, host of the Millionaire Insider. Thank you so much for joining us. For over 30 years, I've been advising and researching the top 1% and 2% of millionaires to learn what millionaires with amazing lives do differently. And now I'm providing you practical, easy to implement insights so that you can succeed in your business, in your life, and with your money. And today we're diving into an interview, a conversation I had with Jules Price. She is a world-renowned opera singer, and then she became a top network marketer because she realized she wanted to have a passive stream of revenue where it wasn't so contingent on time for money. And actually, we weren't even going to do an interview. We just sat down because we were both in Hawaii. I started asking her questions, and then all of a sudden we said, why don't we just record this? So it was very impromptu. The sound could be a little bit better because there was noise around, but the insight she was sharing was so valuable. I wanted to share it with you again. And after I get done sharing it with you, I'm going to share with you 5 additional secrets that I have learned since that interview from not only advising but also researching millionaires with amazing lives. So please hit subscribe so you get notified of bonus episodes as well as all episodes. To get the show notes and the details for this episode, please go to millionaireseries.com/112. For all episodes, go to millionaireseries.com/MI. Today's show is sponsored by our 3 insider secrets to generate leads. You can go to millionaireseries.com/lead generation to access this free training. If you want more ideal, affluent clients, you want to learn what you need to do to generate more leads, you need to attend this free training. Again, you can go to millionaireseries.com/lead generation to access the 3 insider secrets to generate leads. Now, we always have a disclosure before we get started. The materials and intellectual property in this course are copywritten by themillionaireseries.com. All rights and information are reserved. These episodes are not intended to replace investment, financial planning, retirement planning, tax planning, estate planning, or any financial or healthcare advice. You agree to hold millionaireseries.com and its affiliates harmless for results achieved or not achieved, and any reproduction of this material is allowed only with written authorization from the millionaireseries.com. All international copyrights are reserved. So let's dive into the conversation. And at the end, I'm going to dive into 5 more secrets that I have learned since this interview that'll really help you to succeed in your business, your life, and with your money.
It's Annette Bau from themillionaireseries.com, and today you're in for a real treat. I'm here with Jules Price. Welcome, Jules. This is such an amazing opportunity. I'm here in Hawaii, and Jules is also at the same top producer meeting I'm at. And I have followed Jules and known her now for probably about 4 years. And one of the things that I love about Jules is literally everything she's done has turned into a jewel. I mean, she's an amazing singer, she's an amazing businesswoman, she's an amazing network marketer. And so what I wanted to do today is I just wanted to pick her brain and give you a couple of takeaways that you can use to implement in your business as well as in your life to get from where you are to the next level. So, the first thing I want to ask you, Jules, is what is one of the most important things you can share that people need to do to achieve the amazing success you've achieved?
I think that one of the sort of core principles that I live by, and I guess it started when I was a very little girl and wanted to be on Broadway and sing, is that you have to have that sort of mindset and belief in yourself. And actually Broadway is a really good analogy because you would never hear about someone moving to New York and going to a couple auditions and then saying, oh well, I tried. And unfortunately that's what so many people do when they have a goal in business or in network marketing, and they just they know what they want, or they think they know what they want, and then they do a couple things, and if they're not having immediate success, they often put on that either they're not good at it or it's not for them, or they even, I think even worse, change their mind and pretend they don't want it. And in business, when you have a goal and you see where you want to go, you have to do anything that you can to get there, and whether that means picking yourself back up again and maybe trying a different tactic, or continuing to have that vision in mind of where you're going and that belief in yourself. When you know that you have something to offer in performing, you keep going to auditions over and over and over again because you know it in yourself, and you're just waiting. Unfortunately, you have to wait for someone else to see it to put you on that stage. In business, especially in network marketing, you don't have to wait for anyone to see it if you see it in yourself, and you just keep going after what you want until you're achieving the results that you want. And luckily, there's nobody that can hold you back from that except yourself and your own obstacles.
Well, I want to ask you a question. So this is a little off the cuff, but where did you grow up at?
I actually grew up outside of Washington, D.C. in the Maryland area.
And then when did you decide, were you just always naturally talented as far as singing?
I wanted to be a singer since I was a little kid. 3 years old, I would always get all the little choir solos, and I always said I wanted to do opera, and I had these dreams of singing at the Met. Well, I pretty much, right when I went to school, I studied opera and musical theater, and then my first audition right out of school, I did a little bit of shows in the DC area, professional, after I graduated, but my first New York audition was The Sound of Music, Broadway National Tour, and I got the part of Maria. And it was just one of those crazy things where then I toured for a year and a half all over the U.S. and Asia and moved to New York, and then just never looked back. I just followed a musical theater career from there and never really went into the opera world.
That is so exciting. I mean, I think a lot of us, we might be top producers in our profession, but to do something like that, I mean, the odds of success are so slim. But I think what she's taken from that, which we can all take from that, is the reality that when we have a dream, and like what I loved about what she said is sometimes you have to change the tactic. And I think, let's talk about that for 1 minute, because I think a lot of times people think, well, this is how I'm going to do it, and they're not getting their desired result, but they're not changing that. So can you talk a little bit to that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you have to find a balance. You don't want to be constantly, flip-flopping around and trying everything. And you want to, if you have a proven system, let's say if in a network marketing company, people that have a system that works, you want to follow that without reinventing the wheel. But I also truly believe that you have to be innovative, take initiative, and be resourceful. And if you just follow what everyone else is doing, you're never going to be a leader. And I believe that to be truly successful, you have to take a system, put your own personality, make it your own, have it come from the heart, or else people won't connect to what it is that you're sharing. And then look for ways that you can go above and beyond, because if you only duplicate what other leaders do, you'll never be like the leaders that you admire. You'll just be a follower. So some of the biggest qualities I find are taking initiative for things and being resourceful when it comes to problem solving, and finding different, seeing what's working, fine-tuning it, refining it, and just getting the results that you want because you're practicing, because you're consistent, and because you're looking for ways to achieve what you want to be achieving, however you're able to do it.
So one of the things you talked about is not giving up. So I mean, everyone has a bad day. Anyone that's become a top producer has good days and they have bad days. So what do you do when things aren't going how you want them to go, and you're just in that funk? Do you have some ideas of what gets you out of that, or do you even ever have bad days?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a cheerful person, and everyone always jokes around that I'm the happiest person they know. But sometimes I think that that's an even bigger challenge sometimes when people know you as someone that's always up. Because when you have those down days, you don't even feel like you're allowed to have permission to feel that way. And, I find that with whatever it is that I'm doing, you absolutely have to pick yourself back up. In the performing world, that was always, you didn't have a choice. You either stop, if you stop going to auditions, you're going to stop having even the opportunity to have jobs. Unfortunately, in network marketing, people's activity just kind of trails off, but they're still they still think they're in the business and they're still expecting results. Well, if you're not putting yourself out there, just like if you're not auditioning, you're not going to have results. So the best way you can ever get back to, being in a happy place again is by achieving success. And the best way you can do that is to up your activity instead of doing less. So whenever you're not where you want to be, you have to do more, not less, in order to get out of it.
That's great advice. Well, all I can say is this is to be continued. This is Annette Bau from the MillionaireSeries.com. I want to thank Jules so much. Amazing information. Every time I'm around Jules, I learn something. And so I hope you guys can take a couple of these tips away and really not just listen to them, but implement them. So thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much, Jules.
Thanks, Annette. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
So isn't Jules awesome? That was such a great conversation. So as I promised, I wanted to provide you 5 insider secrets that I have learned since that interview, or more importantly, really gotten the value based on additional research I've done. And so I'm going to dive into those 5 insider secrets now. The first one, find your passion. As Mark Twain so eloquently said, the 2 most important days of your life is 1, the day you're born, and the second is the day you determine why. Why are you here? What value are you bringing? And as you know from my trainings, I dive into different levels of why. So there's the I level, meaning what I drive, where I live. And then there's the we level, which is all about your company, your family, everything that's you and someone else. And then there's a third level where you become unstoppable. And we refer to this as your level 3 why. And when you find out what your level 3 why is, you become unstoppable. And it's so critical because that's where you really start doing amazing things. And what I find happens when people get really clear on their level 3 why is they start doing big things, much bigger than what they've done when they're in the I or the we level. So I really encourage you to take the time and get really clear on your level 3 why. A powerful exercise can be found in the 7 principles of becoming a millionaire for life. You can go to millionaireseries.com/7P. But there's a handwriting exercise at the end of chapter 1 referred to as releasing mental blocks and core beliefs, where you write out the question, what am I really passionate about? And you write it out with your dominant hand and then answer it with your non-dominant hand. Very powerful, very effective. And you want to keep writing until you either come up with the answer and things change, or you know what you should be doing, or you get a new question. There's an entire exercise, but that's just a synopsis of it. The next one is to slow down. I always kind of conceptually got that, but I just didn't realize how critical it is. And when I really started running what has now become one of the most successful performance masterminds in the world for advisors, I really found the power of this, because so many advisors and consultants and entrepreneurs are running so fast. Their poor little limbic brain is just going like a crazy person, run, 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 try to get more done. And I really got the power of how critical it is that we slow down physically and mentally. One of the things that I found was so powerful when I was doing research is how important it is that we slow down so that we can quiet down that limbic primal brain, the one that gets us into fight or flight, the one that's there to protect us if we get attacked by a lion. And that's why we want to slow down. You can go to millionaireseries.com/slow down, and there you can access one of my favorite books on slowing down. The next step is to master existentialism and minimalism. So you got to begin by asking yourself, what are you saying yes to? And is what you're saying yes to what you really want? And what are you saying no to? We've got to get really clear on what we're saying yes to and what we're saying no to, because that's going to dictate more about what's happening in our lives and what we're achieving than anything else. And there's 2 different concepts. One is really getting clear on what we're committing to, so we're not overcommitting, so we're really laser focused on where we want to go. The other is minimizing the distractions. There are so many distractions out there, and it's so easy to get caught up in them. We've got to get really clear on what we want. So we've got to get clear, we've got to get focused so we can achieve our desired results. One of the most important things that I've learned is less is more. I'll repeat that again, less is more. What can you get rid of at your home, in your work environment? Is your work environment tidy? Have you gotten rid of all the non-essentials, things you really don't need? And I know sometimes it can be really difficult, but it's so freeing. In fact, there are stories of psychiatrists who have patients who are having breakdowns, and they'll say, go clean out one of your drawers. And it gets their brain off of their thoughts to doing something so they can calm down until the psychiatrist is available. It's fascinating. Are your files organized? Are you on top of deadlines and due dates? Do you wake up in the morning knowing exactly what you need to do and then you go and execute on it? All of those things are so critical to achieving success. The next one is you've got to get clear. So the first thing you've got to get clear on is you've got to get clear on your boundaries. What's okay, what's not okay. On your goals, your 1 year, your 3 year, your 10 year, your lifetime goals. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Your intentions. What is your intention with what you're doing right now, in a year, in 3 years, 5 years, in your lifetime? One of the most important things you've got to do is you've got to know where you're going, and then you've got to stay in your lane. This isn't about competing with what someone else is doing. This is about running your race. You can go to millionaireseries.com/resources to get access to a lot of different resources that will help you get to the next level. And if you need some resources that will help you to more function at peak performance, you can go to millionaireseries.com/basics. That will take you there to a variety of different resources. And then the final one I want to share with you today is to create your winning formula. Everything in life has a formula. There's a formula to be broke. There's a formula to be a millionaire. There's a formula to be a millionaire with an amazing life. There's a formula to be a millionaire with a miserable life. Everything in life has a formula. And if you're not getting or achieving your desired results, simply change your formula. So the formula I teach is foundation, which is your inner game. This is your worth barometer, your vision, your goals. And then your strategy. This is your game plan. If it comes to your business, it's who you're serving, the research you're doing, and the strategies you're using to attract them. If it's for your financial freedom, it's going to be what is your plan to become financially free and to remain financially free. And then the third component is your execution. This is your outer game, what you do each second of each day to make your game plan and your overall goal a reality. One of the things that's really critical when it comes to creating a winning formula is to identify the top 5 activities you need to complete the next day before you leave your office. You want to create that routine, a daily routine, weekly, monthly, so that you consistently do what you need to do. And again, you can go to millionaireseries.com/basics for a lot of resources that I personally use to really help me operate at peak performance. I encourage you to enroll an accountability partner or to join an accountability group, because a lot of times, especially until you hardwire new neural pathways, it can be really challenging to not only set goals but to achieve them, and that will help you. And then you want to get really clear on what's working, what's not working, so that you can create a plan to change it. And creating a winning formula, my friends, is a game changer. You can go to millionaireseries.com/formula to access the formula guide. And that will be really helpful for you to really create a winning formula. All right, so let's recap. 1, find your passion. What lights you up? When do you forget about time? Slow down, physically and mentally. This is not a race to see who can do it the fastest. And in fact, I share in the 12 Millionaire Insider Secrets on episode 100, I share that when I first began, I thought that people that were going slow were losing out on opportunities, and I wanted to teach the millionaires and multimillionaires I worked with to go faster, to do more things, and boy, was I mistaken. Getting really clear and then methodically doing it is a game changer. And then 3, you want to master existentialism and minimalism. What you need to say no to, less is more. And then how can you get rid of the non-essentials, the things that are distracting you, that are really not adding value or helping you get to where you want to go? And then get clear, really clear on what you want so that you can achieve it. And then 5, create that winning formula. Everything in life has a formula. And if you're not achieving your desired results, start with your formula. All right, get clear, get focused so that you can get results. Becoming a millionaire entrepreneur, an advisor, or a consultant requires that you turn off the noise, that you quiet down your limbic brain. Some great affirmative statements. I am enough. I got this. This is easy. That's one of my favorite ones. This is easy. It doesn't have to be hard. That's why when you state your goal, I earn $500,000 in the year with ease, it doesn't have to be hard, my friends. We make it so much more difficult than it is. So there you have it. Wasn't that inspiring and motivating? Jules is not only a top world-class opera singer, but also a top network marketing professional. And she's got so much wisdom and so much insight. Her energy is just contagious. Every time I'm with her, I learn something. So I hope you take one idea, two ideas, and apply them. So again, please hit subscribe so you get notified of bonus episodes as well as all episodes. And if you want a Millionaire Insider mug, please go down, comment, let me know how you're applying this material. I love giving away these mugs. For today's show notes, go to millionaireseries.com/112. For all show notes, go to millionaireseries.com/MI. Today's episode was sponsored by 3 Insider Secrets to Generate Leads. You can go to millionaireseries.com/lead generation to access our free training. If you want more ideal, profitable clients, this is a must-attend training. Again, millionaireseries.com/lead generation to access 3 Insider Secrets to Generate Leads. And you can also go and access our free resource, 20 Millionaire Insider Secrets. This provides you 20 of the best insider secrets I've learned over the last 30 years, and it's free. You can go to millionaireseries.com/20MIS. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. It was so insightful and I had to share it with you. I really wanted to provide you this insight as well as additional tips so that you can succeed in your business, your life, and with your money. Every time I listen to Jules, I get motivated and inspired. She's the real deal. She has done so many amazing things, and I really encourage you to apply 1 or 2 ideas. It's going to change your life. So this is Annette Bau, host of the Millionaire Insider. All international copyrights are reserved. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you on our next episode. Bye for now.